It shakes as I gain more height and girth. I seem to make such a mess inside this town, crashing and devouring every bloody damn.
Welcome to the Incredible Shrinking Show, starring me, Giantess Pearl, with my co-host, my pet Polly,
hello,
and our guest for today, TOrialcon. Did I say it right?
Yay! Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. Very excited to have you on today to be interviewed. We'll go ahead and start with the first question, which is some of your hobbies.
Well, that's an easy one. I build stuff, I break stuff, so I'm a bit of a builder and a maker. I love, well, as you can see, masks all around me. My colleagues in the hospital say that I'm a butcher with no face because of my specialty. So I make it a bit of a joke that I arrive with a new mask every week or so, with a rasp boys walking inside the corridors, and I say, I'm the doctor, I'll see you in a minute. And then go inside. But then nobody knows who there was the doctor who was actually with the mask. So I could scare people is a bit of a hobby too.
Okay, hold on, real quick. The intro does have your name on it. We can re-record the intro, or are you okay with your name being public on the recording? I just now saw.
Because it says my real name.
Yeah, because it's
I don't mind.
Okay, alright. I just wanted to clarify. That's awesome. So how long have you been 3D printing for?
I started with 3D printing just about 3 years, but props I have been doing, I think, about 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
Using different stuff. I mean, 3D printing is a commodity now, but I have been doing stuff in wood, plastic, metal, you name it. That's actually foam, and not much for cosplay, but props in general. I am an old school role player, that is Werewolf the Apocalypse, D&D. So I like it to make it was always the walking joke that I found an artifact and I want it. I'm not going to give it. So the storytellers the DM will go and say, no, I'm not going to give it to you. Then I will have to make it myself. And then I get a huge sword and this guy after the, all right, I'll give it to you.
That is so freaking cool.
Yep.
Man, do you do any commission work as well?
Yeah, I do my own pyrotechnics sometimes and my own electronics. It's fun. But the electronic stuff, I use it mostly for small works, like book insertion, like a small tunnel that goes between the books, and the inside there's like a whole village inside. I love that stuff.
Oh, wow. Wait, I want to see this. Do you have it with you, or...?
Sure, give me a minute. I'm going to disappear from the camera.
Yay. How exciting.
What was I missed a bit of that one?
Oh, you'll see. I'll be surprised.
This is, alright. This is a book insert, as you can see inside.
Oh,
man.
There is an entire village inside.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
Very cool.
Toll, that is insanely impressive.
Yeah, I put that, so the basic idea is that you put this between two books, or in a bookshelf, and then there is book, wait a minute, what? I love the people's reaction. I have given it to several of my friends, so sometimes I just put it in the middle of the console, like medical books on the other part, and all of a sudden it's like consultation, but what? What is that? What? The reaction is beautiful.
I'm sure you're a lot of fun to work with. That's for sure.
There's never a dull moment around. I like to keep my friends and the rest of my coworkers on their toes. what is he doing now?
Out of curiosity, if you were to sell the book insert that you just made or showed us, how much would you sell something like that for?
Okay, that will be 40,000 Chilean pesos. That is around a bit less than $35.
Oh wow. Okay, I might be commissioning you then, because that is way too cool. And anyone watching this video,
if I only could send things to abroad, because my concern is not to make this stuff. My concern is that it arrives in one piece. Because Chilean Correo de Chile, which is basically Chilean mail, is the worst system to send. I mean, a friend of mine sent me a letter for Christmas Eve. It arrived on March.
Oh my goodness.
And she sent it in November, I believe. So it's a huge gap.
My goodness.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
horrible.
that's.
I mean, if I find a better courier that actually doesn't like make this thing keeps it cheap, because the idea is that one of the ideas for me to make it in 3D printing is to keep them cheap. So it's not that expensive, because when I make them when I used to make them in wood, I have to charge them a lot because there's a lot of time carving around with a drum. But the idea is to keep them cheap, but doesn't that they don't look cheap.
Yeah, no, that's so cool.
But I'll keep you completely on my thoughts. The moment that I found a good career,
thank you.
Hey, I found a career. I'm ready to accept that commission.
That's awesome, because I know there'd be a lot of people game for ordering something like that online.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I love all the work inside. I mean, making the little torches, and they actually work, so you can actually see the light side. And it's always fun to look between your books, and all of a sudden D&D, a bunch of D&D.
So you do play do you play D&D as well, or just the werewolves one that you mentioned?
Around here we play what it sells. Whatever you can find. Warhammer, D&D, 40K, werewolves, world armies in general. Let me see, I got the books right over there. So I can find. I remember even once we play My Little Pony as a role playing game. We do actually somewhere, but we do play it once. So it was fun. I will admit it.
That's super cool. Oh my gosh! Yay! You're very nerdy and awesome already. And I say nerdy with the utmost compliments.
Thank you. And nerdy.
So next thing I wanted to go over, what's your favorite music, or do you have any favorite musicians that you like a lot?
Musician, no, but I do like instrumentals. I this huge orchestral stuff, metal orchestral, Rhapsody, Stradivarius, all Metallica when they do it with performing with the Symphonica. There's a ton of games that I got this beautiful music that I play around, and I got it like a million times on my phone. There are certain anime songs that I like too, but like one specific composer, no, there are a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's my group.
Excellent. And next we'll go ahead and get to your origins. So I'm really curious as to why do you call yourself TOrialcon?
Oh, I was hoping that wasn't going to come to play.
Uh-oh. Well, if you don't want to answer, it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's just joking. But Tol, it's basically because Tol came because of Tall. Not very serious that. And TOrialcon, it was the one among the first nicknames that I come along when the internet came. Use a cool name so everybody goes for Killer, Terminator, and stuff. What? I remember that I was playing the first game of Ragnarok Online. The
Oh
first
wow.
small
Yeah, I remember Ragnarok.
things, and I remember this. I remember one of the materials was called TOrialcon, which is a metal to make among the good tier of weapons. So I said, that sounds cool. I would want that. So I stick around with it.
Oh.
Until I went to the army, it was the name that I used for everything. Later on, I changed it to use my combat name, and since then people know me or by my name or by my combat name, which is basically that.
Well, that's super cool. And then next, can you let us know what got you into size changing?
Let's see. This is a bit of an old story. I got my first approaches to size changing basically were to size difference. It was when I was in school. Among my like years are different between here and the States.
Yeah.
We call it differently. But I was 14, and I wasn't the tallest of the group. I was the shortest guy. And I got this friend, this girl, she was always taller than me. She was always putting her hand above me and say, "Oh, you're so cute." And it was like, no, why do you do this to me? So she was like, "You look cute." I am not cute. I'm not supposed to be cute. And one day, when the years finished, and I was already 15, I took the course and I went to the army. And I spent my first training period for 4 months, and I returned to school in between. So I have school in between, and I got my trainings in the afternoon. So I got to basically go to the school in the morning, and then in the afternoon I got to go back to the regiment and keep my training. And my first time when I returned, because there was a vacation period, it was summer vacation, and the recruitment starts on summer vacation. So when summer vacation finished, and then I returned to the school, for some reason I started to notice that everybody looked shorter than I remember. They were, what the hell? And then I walk in, and it was like, no, I totally missed the question. But I saw the rest of the class, and he was like, dude, what the hell? He was like, what? You are not supposed to. Then she came along and he said, why did you grow? And I was and she was like this. She was no longer that's my jaw. And it was like, why did you shrink? She said, stop growing. And that's how this thing started.
Oh, wow.
What really, really got me into the size community in general, that is a big shout out to Eileen Fonfera. She's a writer. She does this amazing size difference story. She used to start it in Forimak, and now she has her own page, her own copy, and she makes these amazing stories. And that is like GT just hit me like a brick in the face and was like, whoa, this is so cool.
That's much later on in life that you figured that out, that you're into size changing.
Yeah, but it started when I got to hang with her around, with this friend around, and I was so used to looking up to her that for the first I'm not kidding, about 6 weeks, each time that she comes around, I was always looking up and all right, she's small.
That's so awesome.
Yep.
So that'll segue into the next question, which is, what is your preferred size to be at?
I'm healthy, 25 feet tall, but I reach 100 feet on a really good day.
Excellent. 25 to 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Do
That
you,
is a feet
do
size.
you prefer growing or do you prefer your victim shrinking?
I prefer to grow.
Okay. So the act
Shrink.
of growing.
If I could shrink people around, I would have done it by now.
Yes. Hey, maybe you should work on a shrink ray. You seem pretty dang smart.
It's working. Everyone
Do it
keeps
for
saying
the
that.
community.
I'm my best. Imagine my surprise each time when the clinic started, when I am in the hospital, sometimes I've heard it of some of my colleagues, somebody stop that tiny person running away. They referring to a child. But everybody says, what? Where? And I'm like, what? These tiny people here? Why nobody told me anything about it?
That's great.
Oh my god. It's hilarious.
Or when I took pause, when I took a point of view, then I took the pictures, I'm still with my scrubs and all my stuff, and I got a person says, dude, what are you doing? And I said, I'm taking pictures to a point of view to satisfy the curiosity of the site community.
Wow,
And
you're
they
open
were,
about it.
no, seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straightforward.
and they was like, no, seriously, what are you doing? That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
What? And they just leave. I give him the right answer. I don't lie ever about my stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on it.
Well,
they don't get it.
Kudos to you, like, and applaud to you for not being scared to be who you are and giving straightforward answers.
They don't understand it, but that's their problem.
Yeah, hey, no, they don't have to understand it. You be you, and be in the size community.
Yeah. It's one of the coolest people that I have found.
Yep, I completely agree. What's some of your personal favorite aspects of size changing?
I think the power. Being drunk on power. I think that's probably among the most appealing stuff. The other is to just go around feeling almost invincible, finding someone that you like, and I'm keeping you and putting it in your pocket.
You're making the SWs at home swoon right now.
Yep.
You know you are.
Yeah.
Shoot, I was gonna ask something about that. Oh, are you into vor or anything?
Subcategories.
Or any subcategories, or just specifically growing?
I think I am into everything, but gore is like guru is not too much blood. I do recognize I love the stomping and the crushing, but I don't think myself as sadist on that point. I mean, I started as a dentist, so I am already sadist enough. But I think that kind of like gore is not my thing.
Yeah,
I do like, but I'm not going into the enjoying or doing it. That I already do that in my job.
Okay, so whenever you mentioned crushing, just like with vor, it can be soft or hard vor, and there's even other subcategories that delve into those specifics. So with, like, if you ever like are role playing with someone and you grow and you go to crush them, have you ever done it to where the victim is like made of rubber, so that way it doesn't kill them, but the pressure is still there, the significance of you dominating is still there, but there's no gore to worry about?
More than that, I have normally give them a chance to, I am not letting you die, so yeah, poof, and then I got you back, so we can do it again.
Oh, okay. So you do like reincarnation?
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, I like reincarnation as well. Yep.
I like the idea of a permadeath. Why would you?
Yeah. And what is your? Do you have a least favorite in size changing, or is it gore? I didn't know if you had any other things that like kind of skeeve you out.
I normally do the difference between being violent and being being dominant and being violent and cruel. That for me this don't work because yes, there is a difference between dominance that you and the other person around. Yes, you are on top of it, you are in command of things, but there's a very different thing of being violent, being cruel. That's not my stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go dominant and keep assertive, but the idea of like being cruel, like I don't know, amputation and that kind of stuff, and not my thing.
You're a good giant. Pat.
Yay! I gotta feel the approval.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely have the Pearly Giantess seal of approval. Stamp. Did you want to give any shout outs to some of your favorite creators online? I know that you mentioned one earlier, and later on, if you can send me a list of all the shout outs that you do.
Oh yeah, I am going to make a list. But favorites, starting with my dear friend Tani Surovigi. She was for me, she's one of my best friends. We've never met each other face to face. The original idea was for me to meet her face to face in SizeCon, but things happened here and couldn't go. And we follow each other when we first met in Tumblr, but we never talked until several times later. And she is this amazing person. Then my favorites by far, that is Miniature Mel. I love her goofy drawings, and when she sometimes just pick a comet of mine and just magically appears like a droid. Oh my god, she made a draw me. That's so cool. On Kinky, our dear on Kinky, I like her because she's the first Chilean that I met here in the Spice community. It was like, oh my god, you're from Chile! And I sent her a figure, a Pigma figure, because she was like, oh my god! It was like, since then I like keep her like close contact with her, and she lives in the capital. I live here in the south, so by medical terms, I try to help her with anything that she needs. And she's an amazing person, not only as an artist.
Cool.
And then we got my favorites, Lily Whisper and Silly Little Bug, which are determined to take every single clicky pen that I got on my. And now Aiden, I have actually joined them, so I found not a single pencil in my entire house. And my other content favorites are Tornado Titan, Nyx. We all love Nyx, period. Bea, Titanic Sunbum, and Arctic Goddess, which I just love their content. And there's so many, they could go around, but if I have to narrow it, I'll go straight for those. They're amazing people.
Excellent. Yeah, hopefully we'll get Arctic Goddess on the show sometime. Maybe you can help, like, encourage her in the future. She said that she is super busy, though, so we will be playing on her schedule, but we would love to have her on as a guest in the future. She really does have quality size-changing content on her Twitter. And next question is, do you have any projects that you're working on right now?
Well, since I am literally grounded on my house and on college, I got to say that I have thank you for the community to actually worry about my situation. I don't even have a cough. This is preemptive. I got nothing. Was because he was in contact with everybody on the surgery of that surgery shift. So we are 17. So that now the hospital is 17 doctors down.
Oh my
So
god.
we're nothing about it. And I'm not counting nurses, EMTs, but every person that you guys in contact with. This is so big that he's now going into. There was a. I don't know how to put it in English. Mountain shaking. He was sued because for his irresponsible managing of the situation, given the circumstances. We are the hospital is 17 doctors down. How could you? But I am thankful. So I got now grounded, and for now I am redesigning a couple of masks, and I am printing some miniatures for a game and painting them.
Oh, nice.
I am finishing an armor set for anime series called Goblin Slayer, which is one of my favorite sets of armor. And I got a ton of video games piling around that I haven't been able to finish. I'll have to do it. Don't get me started on the books. There's so many books that I haven't read. And yes.
Well, I'm sorry that you're grounded because of someone's idiotic choices, but at least you can have a little bit of a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to.
My thing is helping, so I asked for some friends to actually send me the case reports, the medical cases reports that they have to do, so they have time actually to not worry about that and they can rest.
Oh wow.
So they will have to cover the shifts. I mean, I don't like the idea to stay at home and not be able to help the hospital here. It's nuts.
Well, at least you're able to contribute in that way. I'm sure they appreciate that.
Yeah, when I try to do whatever I can.
So how long are you having to be stuck at home for now? 2 weeks or?
Yeah, the mandatory of 2 weeks. Chances are like at nothing. I mean, it's really, really low chance. I got no previous conditions. I don't even smoke. 36 years old. So chances are really, really low that I got it. But you never know. You cannot afford the chance to actually to be a carrier. Even if you're not sick, but if you're a carrier, you could actually spread the disease. But we can't have that. Not now.
Yeah. Well, I really hope that you're okay from it, and I know everyone in the community will be thinking the same, giving you well wishes.
So much. I was so make me cry so much. You're so damn cute. Why did I say that?
Who is?
Oops. I don't know. Somebody that was like,
Sabotage.
you're like, I'm done with your crap, Pearl. Click.
No, don't resize.
Oh, oops, yeah, I gotta resize this. And now it's time for one of my favorite segments of this show, which is you need to give us 2 facts and a lie, and we will guess which one is the lie.
Yep, and I like it. So, as a good role player, I have the book, and some say that I was deployed on my first mission at the age of 16. Some say that I got my first tattoo after my first maxillofacial surgery. And some say that I was almost escorted out by the United States guards in the embassy when I was asking for a visa.
Oh, wow.
Which one of these 3 is a lie?
I'm going to say A is a lie, the first thing that you listed.
It was firstly deployed at the 6 years old. Are you sure that you want to say that?
He gets a guess too. I've been wrong
Okay.
before.
Oh,
But you're good with your decision.
I'm good with my decision.
okay.
Okay,
I was
what
gonna
about
go
you,
with
Polly?
the second one with the tattoo.
What? Me,
Huh?
that's a two.
Yeah.
That I was get my first tattoo after my first maxillofacial surgery.
Yeah. I don't have a good lead, but that's what I'm going with.
Okay, well, Polly's right.
Oh, I
Congratulations.
got one.
Oh, what? Well, I knew that you were a surgeon, so I was like, maybe he got a tattoo.
Yeah, he was also in the army.
That
so.
is, well, yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that is correct. Effectively,
Take the
I
award.
do not have any tattoos.
There we go.
Very cool.
But the other two are correct, and they are true.
Wow.
So what exactly happened with the last one?
The embassy?
Yeah.
When it was the first time that I was on 2007, I was asking for a visa to go to the States on one of these work and travel programs on a casino in California. And I got to ask for the visa. So I went to the embassy with all my paperwork, and it was this huge guy, Asian person. I don't know what language was. He wasn't talking Japanese, that's what I'm sure. But he couldn't make himself understand. He couldn't make himself to be understood by the person behind the desk. And he was starting to shout and move his arms, and he was really, really upset. And all of a sudden, two persons of the security detachment of the inside of the embassy came and, like, in a really strange maneuver, they, like, surround the guy, grab him, lift him, and pull it out. Really, really fast. It was all in front of me, and then the second person, a second security guard, was this huge bloke with a suit. It stood arms crossed behind me, and it was like, what the hell? And he remained there until it was my turn to talk. When I was talking, and the person, the desk clerk, this girl, looked at the screen after checking my dates, and she got really nervous. She started calling people, and I didn't understand. And the guy just keep coming closer behind me and closer and closer. What the hell? I didn't have a bag. I didn't have nothing, so I wasn't aware. And she said, "Excuse me, you said here that you are working with explosives." I said, "Yes, I am a former Army engineer. That's my degree. So I'm supposed to work with explosives. That's nothing new." And she's like, "Oh, that explosive. You have military work."
Oh my god.
You know what? Inside of my head, I almost got pulled out because I wasn't the former was on Army. What the hell?
Oh my god. That's crazy.
It was a really, really, I don't know, it was fun because I was sure that I didn't do anything wrong, but it was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, real quick, before I ask the next question, I was curious, how tall are you in real life?
6 feet tall.
6 feet tall. Him
Yep.
too. What? Everyone else has the height, and then I'm here, freaking 5'2". I need stilts.
Aww.
Yeah. Aw.
That means that you are the shortest giantess that I have known. That makes you
That's
adorable.
my name.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually like both sides of the spectrum. Really, it's just my whole life, like, that's usually the type of people that I meet and make friends with are all micros, and I don't really make many friends with giants. In fact, the only giants I know of are you and Lucan, the mom, and y'all are it. So.
We are like Lego. We like to hide and watch.
But I'd love to talk to you more. You're super awesome. I'm very glad about this interview.
I'd love to talk to you guys a lot.
Great.
I'm really chatty, as you can see.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be happily entertained at home as well. So our final question for the evening is, if you had any wish, what would it be? And one wish, and it can be completely selfish. Don't ask for, like, world peace or whatever, because have you do a different wish. It can be 100% selfish. The wish.
If I could have a wish that I could be 100% selfish. Oof. Uh, got the ability to build whatever I want.
Excellent. So like
Because
Minecraft God mode in real life.
Yep. Having like that, because that will give me the chance to actually build a shrinking ring.
Yes!
There's your entry one.
Yay! Yes, actually, I've been wanting someone to say like shrink ray for the one wish, and like
Or
no
the one
one's
wish.
answered it.
Make Minecraft real.
Yeah.
Make giant real. Curse you, spurt you blocks. Yeah, for me, it would be build anything that I really wanted to. Have all the knowledge and the tools to do it. There are so many things I would love to build: armors, robots, vehicles, attachments, prosthetics, you name it. I'm a sucker for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a very awesome thing to want to pursue. Well, you've already got a hell of a start, so I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, and if there's any way I can help spread the word, I shall do it. And I'll make sure to drop a link of your Twitter at the bottom of the YouTube comments, or the YouTube description.
So. My Twitter is the account of my Instagram. That's where I got to the workshop, the 4G workshop, the Goblin and Gnome Geek Gear. Oh. And that's the thing that we got. We opened it with a friend that got like a side business that started as a hobby, and now has become a thing. We build masks, props, things by commission, like custom dies, custom figurines. For now, we still remain only in Chile, but we want to grow to make it like we are shipping things away.
That is fantastic. Yeah, just make sure to message me a list of any links that you want me to show, and I will absolutely show them.
Okay, I will.
Well, it was fantastic having you on for today's show.
To talk to you both. I have had a great time.
Yeah,
I hope I haven't made myself too much of an embarrassment for all
No, not at all. You've been an absolute treat.
And I think that you make it this idea of yours of making this small talk show for people of the science community one huge idea. So congratulations.
Thank you. I'm trying. Anything I can do for the community, I absolutely will.
I don't know. Trying means that you could fail. You are succeeding because this thing is working. I mean, we are.
I'm doing. Right?
And you have 2 people more, so you are succeeding.
Thank you.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to have you back on the show later on in the future, and we can build a friendship until then.
Yay!
So thank you, everybody, for watching tonight's episode of The Incredible Shrinking Show, and stay tuned with us for the next showing next time. And we'll see you later.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.